FCA 580-307, Duties of Support Enforcement Agency. A support enforcement agency of the state, upon request, shall provide services to a petitioner in a proceeding under this article. B, a support enforcement agency of the state that is providing services to the petitioner shall 1, take all steps necessary to enable an appropriate tribunal of this state, another state, or a foreign country to obtain jurisdiction over the respondent. 2, request an appropriate tribunal to set a date, time, and place for a hearing. 3, make reasonable effort to obtain all relevant information, including information as to income and property of the parties. 4, within 10 days, exclusive of Saturdays, Sundays, and legal holidays, after the receipt of notice in a record from an initiating, responding, or registering tribunal, send a copy of the notice to the petitioner. 5, within 10 days, exclusive of Saturdays, Sundays, and legal holidays, after receipt of communication in a record from the respondent or the respondent's attorney, send a copy of the communication of the petitioner and notify the petitioner if jurisdiction over the respondent cannot be obtained. C, a support enforcement agency of the state that requests registration of a child support order in this state for enforcement or for modification shall make reasonable efforts. 1, to ensure that the order to be registered is the controlling order, or 2, if 2 or more child support orders exist and the identity of the controlling order has not been determined, to ensure that a request for such a determination is made in a tribunal having jurisdiction to do so. D, a support enforcement agency of the state that requests registration and enforcement of a support order, arrears, or judgment stated in a foreign currency shall convert the amounts stated in the foreign currency into equivalent amounts in dollars under the applicable official or market exchange rate as publicly reported. C, a support enforcement agency of the state shall issue or request the tribunal of the state to issue a child support order and an income withholding order that redirects payment of current support arrears and interest, if requested to do so by a support enforcement agency of another state pursuant to section 580-319 of this part. F, this article does not create or negate a relationship of attorney and client or other fiduciary relationship between a support enforcement agency of the attorney for the agency and the individual being assisted by the agency.